Hello, long time no see. Trying to work this gimbal out. Noel bought me this Christmas present. It's an Achuan? I'm not sure how you say it. Achuan. There's a lot to tell you. Loads. What did you do? You're a bit of a mess, though. Haven't even made a video since Christmas, have we? I just realised. I think we made videos when we first moved into this house. Shall I just give you a quick I'm just gonna carry on filming. I've been playing around with the filters and I don't know how to take it off, and I can see that, you know, but I haven't got that much lipstick on. My lips aren't really that colour. But anyway, let me just fill you in on what happened since Christmas. So you know we moved in here. It was about the beginning of November. I think it was November the 5th, actually. I remember it, or the day after bonfire night we moved in. And made a couple of videos from here, but decided not to film too much. Firstly, because we got busy. And then because we didn't want to confuse things by having the house here. And it's about Ireland. It's a renovation vlog. That's what we want it to be about. And it just meant we had to take a back seat for a while. And it was difficult for us because we love making making the content, and we love being there. But needs must. We had to come back. Sid is still at school. So we are tied here for that reason. And also we were selling our house. So we moved out, beginning of November, thinking that the house sale would go through before Christmas. We got all the way through November, into December, chasing all the time. It was a long chain. And the problem was at the beginning of the chain, you know, the first buyers, I think it was one of those sort of houses that is in a complex, so they had like a management package and the bank wasn't happy, and there were just so many delays. So we got into January, New Year. We thought we might be making a start on, you know, looking into getting the foundations down and so on when we got in early spring. Still no house sale, and honestly we were having to seriously think about whether or not it was going to fall through. And we needed to think of a plan B, because we were relying on the money from the house sale for the project, you know, for the building project. Anyway, eventually it went through, thank God. I mean, really, it was an anxious time. We didn't record any of this. It's just story time, telling you it all, looking back. But it was such a relief when that house sale went through. And that was about the 5th of February eventually. We couldn't really have done anything because of the weather. The weather was so bad, you know, with all the different storms that we've been having. I don't remember the name of them all. I just remember the last one was Kathleen, wasn't it? I remember Kathleen because Noel's got an Auntie Kathleen. And I think he said it as a joke. She thought he was being mean. He said something about, Storm Kathleen's on its way. And she thought he was being rude about her, but it wasn't, because it was Storm Kathleen. Imagine Noel in that little caravan, shaking around, not being able to get anything done.
It was so windy yesterday, I had to take the solar panels away from the caravan. I didn't want to see them blowing off down through a field.
No water, no central heating, well, no heating of any kind. Well, a little battery and a little gas stove in the caravan, but no toilets. You know, it's no fun. You can do it in summer, you can do it when the weather gets a bit milder. It's been bad here, and we've heard that it's been bad in Ireland. So that was a little bit of a delay, and then Noel got offered some work. So Noel works in the film industry. His work is freelance really, but he's a model maker, prop maker, and special effects and stuff. So he's worked on a few films, things that you might have heard of. In fact, we've got a few little kind of artifacts, things that he's rescued from the skip and things that when they're packing up. I can see something now actually that I'd show you, and all of them have little stories that you might recognise from films that you've seen. So that's a little bit of an interest as a sideline as we go through. I've been playing around with the filters and I just can't get it back to normal. Anyway, I want to carry on making this video, so I'm going to just show you. I'm just going to show you. Look, Roy. Let me just see if I can turn it around. Where do I turn it around? Roy is here. He's been sleeping in the sunshine, haven't you, Roy? Say hello, Roy. Say hello, Roy. Roy. Anyway, look how smooth this action is when I move around. You know how we were really juddery with the camera walking around? It does this lovely glidey thing. Oh, do you like my new mirror? We got that because I had this thought of a sunburst above the mantelpiece. Shall we take this baby for a walk? Let's go and find Noel. And I need to turn it round actually. I love the way that it's smooth. Look at that. It's great, but I don't want to walk backwards. Come on, shall we go downstairs? Shall we go find Noel? Oh, he's coming. What the heck is this doing? What is it doing? Oh, look! That was not planned. Believe it or not, that was not planned. So I'm just having to try and back in now to the kitchen. I don't even think I've tidied up the kitchen. It is, look. Yeah, it is.
So it's easier doing it like that
than trying to find the thing. Okay, I've just worked out how you turn on and off on your little handset. So that's good.
Are you just having a pasty? I'll film the inside of our fridge, it's right.
Oh, we did get, look, people were saying about we decided to get some new. I thought it looked great. We just got some new handles, and all for doing things on the cheap and saving money. Roy's after some pasty. Pasty, Roy. Now in a minute I'm going to be showing you what it looks like around the house. Now, don't freak out. We've had to clear the area completely so that it's ready for the foundations going down, and it's a building site effectively, so it just looks bare and mud and flat. Uninspiring, but I ask you to trust us, trust our vision. We will be replanting. I know a lot of people were upset when we cut the trees down. People voted with their feet and decided they would let us know they weren't happy. Thank you to those of you who stuck with us and believe that we are genuinely wanting to preserve that dwelling, bring it back to life, and respect the land, you know, and the wildlife. Noel is a beekeeper, and we want to re-meadow that top field. I say re-meadow, it won't have ever been used as a meadow. It would have had cattle on there, but we want to create a meadow with lots of butterflies and bees, wildflowers. We also want to plant all the way along the drive, because the day will come when, you know, it's not natural forest, it's a spruce plantation, it's commercial. So they will come and cut those trees down at some point, and that will change the landscape completely for us. So we want our own you know, herbaceous border with trees and shrubs, and you can help us choose that. So we thought it would be a really good idea to ask you to hold us accountable and to be stakeholders in a way. Continue to watch the ads. We're not going to ask you to make contributions or donations. We don't want to do that. We don't want to make it feel awkward for you that we're always asking for something from you. But that said, we want you to hold us accountable, and we promise, let's just say, we can make this agreement, this contractual agreement with you that we will replace trees that we've cut down. And the money that comes in, the revenue from the ads, will be fed back into that. So we can even show you areas and say, what do you think could work well here? And ask for your suggestions for types of tree that we plant. We can then vote on it. And, you know, we can make it interactive. We can make it something that we do together. And you can see our vision grow and be part of it. And I think that would be a really nice way to move forward. Remember, we had all that Japanese knotweed growing on that mound. We did treat it a couple of times and then left it. Looks like it's dying off, which is good. We asked the workmen to just be careful to not disturb it when they came in with the big machinery and so on. And we'll just have to continue to monitor it. I just want to talk a bit about laying the electric cable, because originally it was going to be crossing water and there was a problem. So you did this design, or this little drawing for Dennis. Can you just talk us through it?
Yeah, well, the black dotted line was where the drainage from the top field goes down around the pole.
Is that what I'm doing now with that cursor?
That's where you do
yeah.
I just suggested that we run the new culvert round the back of the pole. So now we see in real life what that looks like. We're starting here from the electric pole, looking back towards the house, and that is the ducting where the ESB electric cable will run to the wall of the house.
And it has to go around a bend there?
It goes around the bend there, and then they put this yellow tape on.
So why did they put yellow on top?
Well, it's just in case, if you're digging down for a different reason and you see the yellow tape, you're not going to get too much of a shock.
Oh, I see what you did there. Shock, electric shock. Now this is the ducting for the ESB cable there, coming near the house. Dennis has got his foot on it and it just is at the entry point to the house. But while he was doing this and while they dug out that trench, he noticed something. So this photo shows a side view underneath the ground, and he would expect to see a footing there. I didn't know what a footing was. Apparently it's like a little curb stepping out beneath the house. I think of it a bit like, imagine a cake sitting on a base. So you get a kind of lip where the cake is here, and then you've got this sort of curb, for want of a better word, a platform, I suppose, that it sits on. That's what they would have expected to see. Those are the footings, just to make sure that it's on a solid foundation. So Dennis mentioned it to Noel and said that he'd speak to our building engineer about it. And we didn't really think much more of it until we got a phone call from the engineer. I'm scared to tell you. You'll never believe what he said.